Morning friends, this is GV Shivakumar here, and today as a part of the video actually we are going to discuss about SAP for fast moving consumer goods industry, right? As everybody know, so FMCG is an short form of fast moving consumer goods. So those goods which are sold for rapid consumption and immediate need or most need for the basic amenities for the public. So FMCGs are non-durable goods, right? We cannot expect a durability in that. So most of them are one-time use, which means it has to be consumed with a short span of time. So we have SLED, timing, shelf life expiration date, and everything, right? These products include the skincare products, beauty products, packed foods, dry fruits, beverages, cosmetics, chocolates, frozen goods, means stored in refrigerators, and over the important medications, counter medications. So the expiration period for these goods is very short, as everybody know. We have shelf life expiration date calculation is pasted in the sticker. Thus, has to be sold and consumed as early as possible. So we have the manufacturing date, just before usage date. Everything is captured in the label or a sticker pasted over the product. Say we can say beverage, cosmetic, chocolates, everything, bread, bun, biscuit. Hence the name fast-moving consumer goods. So these products are used on everyday basis. So hence, the consumption rate of a FMCG product is considerably higher than the durable products, right? So, durable means actually which is having a fixed span of time or a fixed we can use for a long time. That is a nature of the product. So, FMCG industries companies plays a crucial role in driving the economy of country, not only India, for any country, US or China, whatever it may be. So fast-moving consumer goods companies have a relatively high turnover and market is quite competitive, right? So this is very important in case of economy playing a very vital role in the economic growth, right? So along with the reliable distribution network is of utmost importance for FMCG industries to stay in business. The cost of fast-moving consumer goods is low. Hence, it is possible for people to buy them over and over again. This populates the demand for FMCG products, so compelling the industry to stay in operation 24/7. FMCG products can be classified into various categories, right? So the consumer products industries is evolving at a faster pace and is preparing to get the next level of growth in an economy. In past, the product innovation and sound understanding of market dynamics alone were enough for the customer goods companies to survive in the market in the highly competitive customer products marketplace, right? So today, past trends can no longer will be useful. I mean, it won't cater. So we need to have a exact guideline for the business to stay ahead in the game. The consumer good industry is increasingly becoming a complex industry compounded by the numerous factors such as rapid digitalization, changing consumer preferences, demographic shifts, global and local competitions, and business process automation challenges, and so on. As business try to take advantage of growth of opportunities, they need to replace legacy process with a truly digital process. Okay, to make growth and position sustainable, we enable consumer product companies to incorporate technological innovations into their business strategy and shift product portfolios towards in-demand categories. So we thereby help the business to anticipate future trends, future predictions in the consumer product goods industry, and equip them to overcome the operational challenges and immediate market trends immediate needs, which caters the customer end customers requirement that repress the growth. Okay, consumer good IT solutions enable enterprise to realize the need of the customer and then make timely decisions, manage product lines, and reduce operational overheads. So, by emerging global dimension with the local relevance, organizations can redefine business, improve operational efficiency, and achieve scalability. Okay, and then companies in the FMCG sector require continuous innovation throughout their SAP process. This is especially true for the SAP operations. SAP has been helping the FMCG sector keep up with the growing and changing demand through the SAP innovations for the decades. So we have important things to be considered for enriching the consumer good industry. Those are an architecture for innovations and integration to be concentrated first, and second, cost effective available solution to be catered, and third one, EDA is, electronic data interchange is more important than SAP because actually it is it needs the proper update then and there and on a timely basis to the customer and the product company, that is FMCG company. Make performance improvements whenever required, whenever it matters for the growth. And then finally, spend time on the production shop floor, warehouse design, warehouse operations, optimizations. Those are the important aspects for the fast moving consumer goods industry. Okay. And then we have an architecture for innovation and integration. So what are the 5 points we discussed, right? So we have SAP S/4HANA digital core where logistics, finance, production, batch management, track and trace of inventory or goods movement. So we have integrated PA systems, PAPO systems for EDA interface. So which updates the order status, delivery status, shipping status, and customer delivery. So any delays, everything will be tracked, right? ASNs, everything for the incoming, internal to the industry, and Power BI report for real-time processing of reports, and Internet of Things for operational insights using S4HANA recent trends. And then we have ACP success for the factors for HR and payroll, right? Employment engagement surveys and calculations. And then we have SAP NetWeaver Gateway for the user interfaces. So we can also use Fiori interfaces whenever innovations matter, right? When we want to use a new technology. So innovation. Systems are difficult to change when they are mission critical for 24/7 product operations. So legislative requirements in batch management and track and trace make a change legally complicated. Adding recipe managements into the mix means compliance with nutritional regulations also depend on the predictable behavior from SAP. And then innovation requires a system so that you can change a test and um, fail fast when required. Rapidly ascertaining if a new idea works is key to innovation management and gaining competitive edge. And then borrowing from some related experience in the pharmaceutical industry or pharma company or industry. So I recommend finding an architecture that protects the digital core for ERP with innovations, whatever innovations possible on the edge. Okay, and many of the customers run a separate system for fast changing functionalities. In case of FMCG, like running HR and payroll, so constant legal changes and update requirements are very disruptive in the core of ERP. So in a secondary ERP system or in external products like success factors, innovations can happen safely. Okay. And then comes the point of integration. So integration is unavoidable, right? within the digital core. So integration with cloud services from Microsoft Azure technologies is getting easier as SAP and Microsoft continue their partnership. So we will develop a Power BI reports for our customer based on live SAP data, allowing a dynamic and flexible reporting environments and real-time information you can get on the progress or the business activities or each and every activity for your product tracking, everything for the end customer monitoring everything. So it will be an added value added services, and securely using the data from shop floor machinery is a holy grail for many people. Imagine what you can do if you know exactly what is going on everywhere in a real time. So, which is which is scattered by the Azure in a perfect to handle and process the data. Meaningful actions can be posted into SAP through BAPI integration from Azure logical apps and others important, right? So the user interface is an easy component to bring out the core to a core through a separate hub gateway development for especially for SAP Fiori in recent trends is for HANA. Constantly tuning the user experiences to make a micro changes to optimize the most repetitive task on the shop floor. Okay, and cost effective availability. So the FMCG companies should always strive to get a cost effective solution, cost effective measures to improve, optimize, and ensure or enrich a company's growth and client relationship. So the FMCG industry has some of the most challenging availability requirements possible. 24 by 7 operations are standard, and it is often has no ability to recover from the downtime. Conversely, commercial pressures from the supermarkets and retail outlets and open book cost pricing make it impossible to accept the complex and expensive high availability clusters for SAP. So we have moved SAP system into Microsoft Azure for multiple clients in this demanding FMCG sector. We normally use the functionality of Microsoft Azure to offer high availability without expensing the clustering. So 99% of available SLAs, right, on a single virtual machines can be possible with this Azure and SAP integration. So service healing capability to bring SAP back online immediately in the event of failure, automated disaster recovery with backups synchronized to alternative regions, which was facilitated by the internal TP, OL AP, all these servers, right, within the S4HANA functionality. So automated disaster recovery with the backup synchronized to alternative regions. So backup should be there when they're maintaining a huge volume of customers and vendors, right? And 99.95% available of Azure connections with active VPNs and express routes. So 99.9% sounds like low availability, but is most compared to what being replaced, often replacing the old faithfuls severe that has that run SAP applications for longer than it is anticipated service life, and only breakdown would have required a wait for the parts, right? So that is normal. It's a normal thing actually. Any breakdown that will definitely hit the process, because actually we need to wait for the parts to get replaced. So in Azure with service healing and automated monitoring, any server fault that affects SAP is recovered in under an hour or less than that. Okay. Of course, high availability of clusters are required for very high volume and larger operations, but the cost of the running and maintaining the clusters outweigh the downsides, and downtime at all even we can be rectified within an hour of time. or less than that. It is important that decisions for availability is a finance one and not a technical one, right? Because it affects the cost. So the finance. Therefore, the cost and implications of downtime must be compared to the cost of high availability. Okay, these are the consideration for the cost effective availability for the FMCG. Third one is more important compared to an SAP. EDA is more important for FMCG, and normally expert can know that. So that they need an immediate update on all these happenings, right? So electronic data interchange, right, is a backbone of the FMCG industry. Without it, there are no orders, no invoices, and no delivery, and everything will be totally stagnated or stopped. So in my first experience with FMCG, I quickly understood or became aware that interface to a customer is often the main purpose of SAP, even where SAP is true production system running on the shop floor. It can do anything without. It cannot do. Sorry, it cannot do anything with EDA. So EDA plays a very crucial role. Even you are running an internal operation within SAP, but it should be, say, if related to order, invoice, delivery should be intimated to the customer or client, right? Or retail outlet. So EDA is important. We cannot run without EDA in FMCG in SAP using SAP. So it is crucial for operation teams to focus on what is most crucial to the business, nor minor technical fault in the area of focus. Therefore, we build dashboards of real-time monitoring information for every part of the crucial interfaces across SAP and non-SAP system. So normally, definitely, it is 100% sure. FMCG and retail, we have a lot of non-SAP systems integrated with SAP to cater the needs of a complete end-to-end process to achieve the better optimization and tracking of monitoring of systems. Additionally, we set up an alerting to the right people at this brings out close relationship with customer teams into the automation that supports our work. Okay, and business process monitoring means monitoring all the technical components that make up a complete business process. For production, that could be everything from the EDA interfaces for the orders coming in through right throughout the entire process throughout the functional data in SAP and data from production systems and even machinery, right? So all the things to have been monitored in the business process end to end. It is not unheard to bring CCTV footage, so that gives a dashboard interaction, right? So we can in say using the CCTV, you can get the demo goods received and interface of where the door system where the materials are moving in, moving out from the yard through SAP, which is integrated to SAP, and goods received printer status, connectivity from the scanners, RF scanners or barcode scanners. So SAP will give the goods receipt process today, and SAP will give the separate, I can say, separate runs in the or separate bins in the goods inbound and interface that is I can say the shipping to SAP in and out can be monitored. So optimization, unplanned downtime, planned downtime, activated uptime. So everything can be monitored using the graphs and percentage calculations. So we have an inbound delivery throughput and an inbound delivery capability. Everything can be easily monitored. So we have the yeah, say EDI interfaces. I mean through the WAN connectivity through SFTP protocol, and this SFTP protocol can be connected through a SFTP server, and internet is connected to the SAP PI system, and so from PI it is connected to ERP through RFC, that is direct RFC connection, and through that actually we have the SAP ERP will take care of all this customer or vendor interactions, right? So all this SFTP protocols and everything will be monitored by the infrastructure team, and whereas PA will be monitored by the dedicated PA/PO team. And so all the operations, that is inbound, outbound, so picking, packing, and then shipping, loading, everything, docking, everything in ERP will be monitored by the by the total stakeholders or total team of customers or stakeholders or top business leads or business management team. Everything easily can be tracked and and can be taken reports, and then we can print whatever actually the shipment labels, delivery labels, order labels can be connected to a print server, from where actually we can get send. I mean, the spool is triggered to the printer, from where the reporting can be taken. So if any error, it will show the error status, everything. So this is how we here actually we are showing here. So everything, this printer and everything will be managed by the infrastructure team or the say local IT team, right? And SAP related thing, the spool and everything will be managed by the SAP basis team, right? So we have this options, right? So this is a schematic diagram for the consumer good industry. ஏய் இன்னொன்னு இருக்கு உத்தரா, அங்க ஒன்னு இருக்கு, அங்க ஒன்னு இருக்கு அந்த ரேக்ல. So make performance improvement where it matters. Sorry, friends, in the middle it was disturbed. So we have a fourth point: make performance improvements where it matters. Okay, so we need to concentrate whenever any performance improvement in case of a delivery or a shipping or order management or any purchasing related or customer service. We need to maximally cover the performance improvement to make it optimize in that area, to avoid complaints or to avoid I can say customer complaints, customer warnings and everything, right? To make it efficient and real time in time activity. So the finding and fixing performance issue in SAP system is addictive, right? So addictive little is more rewarding than finding something that is running slowly and streamlining it. Solving the puzzle, a reward. Most importantly, optimizing a process has a huge impact for people actually using the system. Fixing slow report is easiest. A report that uses an unoptimized databases queries can easily be changed in the wizard like a night and day fashion. Is very rewarding to the person who runs over a month of time. They shower you with price and everyone feels great. Optimizing a fast process is harder. However, things are most value for the FMCG operations. Or if you can knock the milliseconds of the time between a barcode scan and the label printing is a place that scans thousands of barcode and print thousands of labels. You can make a measurable production increase without no cost. For instance, optimizing a monthly report can reduce the time it takes from 10 minutes to 13 seconds. So the equivalent in ongoing back time from the employee taking the coffee break. On the other hand, optimizing a barcode scan and reducing from say 535 milliseconds to 295 milliseconds 20,000 times a day will have a massive impact. The production increase here is equal to employing a full-time employee for free. So to find what to be optimized, I recommend to use the traditional SAP tools like ST03N workload collector. So normally it is done by the basis people, right, or ABAP people. So I always sort by the total time across all the execution of number of executions to find likely to be done. candidates, analyzing similar data from the database administration cockpit is always a way to route out queries that are run most frequently and will have a bigger impacts. Of course, the best way to find out what will make an impact is important, and identifying the performance improvement area is very important. Okay, and as a fifth point, spending time on the shop floor. So, spending time on the shop floor provides invaluable insight. Very early, I observed in my career, I was working on a support transition for a newly implemented warehouse management systems. So the whole differentiator for the distribution business was their complex picking process. So the new multiple millions of products are available, right? So they need to pick, pack, and ship everything. So the new implementation of SAP EWM was kept busy sending forklift drivers around the huge warehouses to fill the orders. So casually standing in the warehouse, troubleshooting some of the Wi-Fi performance issue for the handle, a driver mentioned the pills or the pillars or the a bit annoying. It turned out SAP had the state of art conferring to work out the most optimal picking order based on the warehouse layout, but it does not take into account the pillars in some aisles that blocked the obvious or exact route they are planning. So I'm not sure how long they had been driving the long way back and forth between the pickaways and putaways, picking and putaways. Yeah, how long they would have done so before. So anybody realized what was happening. So this can be this can be monitored. So we need to spend some time on the shop floor and warehouse. So the last time and the fuel would have certainly added up add up to large more than the quick, easy, and free configurations changes that resolve the issues. Spending time in the factory, including effort to don hair, problems and shoe covers, invaluable to understand what is important to the users and what is necessary for the users, what is our interest, taking to people, watching people working, and asking the foreman what is really bothering him. So these all, on an overall week, all provides more valuable information to SAP. So SAP operation teams that any early watch report. However, early watch report are also very useful and highly recommended in a consumer good industry. Okay. So FMCG products can be classified into various categories. Say ready packed foods, already know instant noodles, ready foods, and baked foods. So dairy processed product foods, beverages, fresh fruits, frozen goods, dry fruits, toiletries, that is napkins and everything, or toothpaste, soap, shampoos, bathing salt, cosmetic, medicines, cleaning products, stationeries, food grains, spices, chemicals. So I have given some few examples for each category. So it will be more useful for the or a fresher for a person those who are interested to know about the products in FMCG company. So the product will be n numbered, but I have given. I have shortlisted some few of them to make it understandable form. So ERP for FMCG industry, right? Or SAP can control, drive, or operating or entire operation industry. The ERP for enterprise resource planning, right? So that is very important. The term enterprise resource planning is a very quite important for for the growth of any industry. So the SAP is responsible for the proper planning and allotment of resources. In addition to that, the SAP has a various other features and benefits that can completely change the way of FMCG industries operates. So SAP for fast moving consumer goods gives a system wide integration to entire business, which ultimately results in seamless integration of informations and eases the communication inside the industry. So the SAP also facilitates central storage of information. So when required, the information can be fetched regardless of the geographical boundaries. So the entire ERP or SAP software for FMCG industries relies on various models, which creates a network of divisions and departments. So SAP is a I can say magnum opus of ERP software. So SAP is a quintessential. So how an ERP or SAP software functions? So I can say SAP is a rigid solution for all the FMCG industries. So we have in SAP we have various models. So SAP is seamlessly communicate and integrated with each other and exchange the information and statistics responsible for functioning of FMCG industry. Thanks for watching my videos. This is GB Shivkumar signing off. I hope actually I have given the essential I can say the functionalities with the products, how to automate, how to monitor the moments, track and trace. So introducing EDA and then essential or importance of FMCG industry in economic growth. So those are very essential. Thanks for supporting. This is GB Shivkumar signing off. And so yeah, so other I mean one another thing we have benefits of ERP software for FMCG industries. So full automation in ERP software enables the industry to meet demand and supply of products rapidly. Business intelligence analysis the statics and information to facilitate management team to take strategic decisions based on real-time statistics. Finance and accounts are easy to manage as every transaction is recorded and stored in real time and is available in few clicks at every instant necessary. Say, yeah, accounts payable, accounts receivable, all this GL maintenance or everything possible with SAP FICO. And ERP software for FMCG industries make it easy to track the inventory and stocks, right, with the help of inventory management model. SAP ERP SAP software for FMCG industry not only keeps inventory in check but ensures the quality of the product intact and up to the mark as expected by the end customer or customers. So models in general in ERP for FMCG industries, we have MM, If it is a production oriented industry, so they have PP and WM integrated. So SD integrated, MM integrated, right? So if it is a delivery, I mean, it's a service oriented FMCG, then actually we have MMSD, WM and critical areas in SAP for FMCG space. So inventory management, I already told. Inventory management model keeps track of products. It also keeps check on distribution of products. So after manufacturing them, all the batches of the finished products and goods are recorded in an inventory management. And then we have customer relationship management. So in that customer relationship management or a CRM is an inbuilt, I mean is a SAP or software or a third party CRM helps the software to keep track of transaction between the customer and an industry. So it also helps in sending newsletters and promotional emails. CRM monitors the campaign of the products. So actually most of them now actually using SAP CRM, right? And finance and accounts. So the finance and accounts model is important model as this model helps in tracking all the financial transaction in an industry, in FMCG industry. Also accounts can help in creating a proper balance sheet and maintain profit and loss for any industry at any instance when required can be taken reports, drill downing of reports. So monitoring of exact accounts and postings, everything is important for the business optimization. Thanks friends, thanks for watching my video. This is GB Shivkumar signing off.